Today we'll be making Croatian style meat sauce and Croatian style sauerkraut. There you go. Growing up, San Pedro was primarily an Italian, Croatian, and Hispanic town. Still a lot of Italian restaurants, Hispanic restaurants, but not any Croatian American restaurants. So I had the idea of maybe bringing a few items on my menu to fill that void. Certain items I only make. First step, we're going to chop up some onions. We're going to saute with some garlic and olive oil. So we're sauteing our onions here, bring it up to temperature and then reduce a bit. Once the onions have become translucent, we're ready to go. We're going to add the tomato base to it. Okay, on our tomato base we have some crushed tomatoes, whole plum tomatoes, and just a little bit of tomato sauce. And then we have our 80-20 ground chuck that we've already sauteed and drained, and we're going to add that at the same time. At the San Pedro Cafe, we call it CroMo, Croatian mouthwatering. We called it mouthwatering growing up. A staple every Sunday for dinner. We're going to add some short ribs to it. Those are in the oven right now. A Croatian mouthwatering sauce is more of a brown base, hearty sauce. Okay, so here's our short ribs. Let it rip. Stir it in, and then we'll reduce and we'll simmer for a few hours. Okay, well the CroMo is CroMoing. We're going to go over here and start our CroKraut, Croatian sauerkraut. We have some chopped bacon, a little olive oil, and some onions in here in the pot. We have our freshly chopped garlic that we use a lot of here. We're going to take a nice scoop. Really enhances the flavor. I think of myself a little bit as a perfectionist, but I could pretty much do this in my sleep now. I'm going to add some dry white wine to it. And we're just going to let that reduce a little before we add our smoked sausage. We have our tomato base for the sauerkraut right behind the pot. Little fennel, little garlic, very simple. I had a great uncle, Matt, who made a sauerkraut. I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And I remember telling myself, don't forget this. If you ever have a restaurant or you want to make it when you're an adult, don't forget how this tastes. It was just wonderful. And I think I came close to it. We're going to take our smoked sausage and drop them in. Right there. Mix it all up together. Kraut can go with anything. It complements everything pretty well. Croatian sauerkraut is more of a meal. It's a hearty version. So we're going to add the onion sausage base into the sauerkraut. We're just going to drop it all in. Secret is the ingredients. It always is. You want to get the quality ingredients. I get a wonderful sauerkraut from Vienna beef. Then we're going to go get our tomato base. Great color here. You can see the nice deep red color. Not over sauced, so it's going to still have some crispness to it. And lastly, we're going to take a rack of spare ribs that we cooked off. We grill them first, and then we put them in the oven for 2 hours just to, soften them up a bit. Then we're going to let it finish with the CroKraut in the oven. Put it in the oven at 350 for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. There we go. After about 2 hours, it looks like our CroMo sauce is done. Nice consistency to it, reduced well, and we have our short ribs ready to come out. Oh, looks good. We're going to separate the fat and the bone, and we're going to chop it up and add it to the sauce. Chop that up. Put it back on the plate. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to slide it right back in. You can see the brown, the rich, the deep color to this. There you have it. Croatian mouthwatering sauce. You always knew it was Sunday when you came home, you could smell the mouthwatering cooking. So we're gonna take the kraut out. And take a look. That's it. Take the ribs out, right off the bone. That's what it's supposed to do. We're going to separate the meat from the bone, obviously, but with the pork rib, you have a lot of cartilage. So all this has to be hand separated. You don't want a customer biting into a piece of cartilage or fat like that. I'm the only one that makes it here. The sauerkraut, the mouthwatering, certain items I only make. And we're going to just kind of give it a little chop, a little cross chop, and that's ready to go. We're going to put that in, spread it out, mix it up. And then we're going to put it in the walk-in cooler, and it's ready to go for tomorrow. This is just a nice, clean, traditional style Croatian sauerkraut.